Red Bull boss Christian Horner has revealed plans for significant upgrades to challenge Ferrari and Mercedes' speed in the 2025 season. Meanwhile, Oscar Piastri is reportedly in direct talks with Red Bull amid rumors of Yuki Tsunoda's potential switch to Aston Martin. Red Bull has given Liam Lawson just half a season to prove he's worthy of retaining his seat. Let's discuss, and stay tuned until the end. Christian Horner confirms major upgrades for Red Bull to challenge Ferrari and Mercedes in 2025. Yes, team principal Christian Horner has revealed plans for sweeping upgrades aimed at challenging the speed and innovation of Ferrari and Mercedes in the 2025 season. Horner assured fans and critics alike that Red Bull's commitment to excellence remains stronger than ever, as they prepare for a seismic shift in Formula One regulations come 2026. We're gearing up for a massive transformation. The competition is fierce, and we know that Ferrari and Mercedes won't rest on their laurels. But neither will we. Yes, Horner emphasized that 2025 will be a pivotal year as teams navigate the maturing regulations introduced in 2022. With Red Bull consistently setting the benchmark, Horner believes the upcoming season will serve as a critical bridge toward the most significant technical overhaul in Formula One's modern history. 2025 is where our immediate focus lies. It's about refining what we have while preparing for the monumental changes coming in 2026. We aim to stay ahead of the curve, ensuring that Red Bull remains at the forefront of innovation and performance. The upgrades in question are expected to encompass both aerodynamic advancements and mechanical enhancements, with the goal of further optimizing the RB20 chassis while also laying the groundwork for future development under the new regulations. Looking beyond 2025, Horner painted a vivid picture of the challenges awaiting all teams in 2026 when Formula One simultaneously introduces new chassis and power unit regulations. The decision to align these changes represents the sport's most comprehensive reset in decades, which Horner likened to a revolution in motorsport engineering. This is the biggest reset Formula One has seen in probably the last 60 years. Both the chassis and the powertrain are changing, and for Red Bull, that means developing our own engine in partnership with Ford. It's a monumental task, but it's one we're ready to tackle head-on. The partnership with Ford, announced earlier this year, marks a new chapter for Red Bull as the team transitions from its current collaboration with Honda. With Honda set to become the factory power unit partner for Aston Martin in 2026, Red Bull's decision to produce its own engines reflects a bold and strategic move to ensure complete autonomy and control over its performance. Horner was candid about the scale of the challenge, acknowledging that Red Bull's powertrains division will be taking on established powerhouses like Ferrari and Mercedes. However, he expressed unwavering confidence in Red Bull's ability to rise to the occasion. We're building this engine as a subsidiary of Red Bull, and we're competing against the likes of Ferrari and Mercedes, who have decades of experience in this field. But we have the right people, the right facilities, and most importantly, the right mindset. It's going to take time, but we're absolutely confident we can do it. The regulatory overhaul of 2026 will affect every team on the grid, including the incoming Cadillac operation, which is set to join the championship as the 11th constructor. Horner acknowledged that the shakeup will create winners and losers, but maintained that Red Bull's philosophy of innovation and adaptability positions them as a strong contender. Formula One has a habit of changing the rules just when things get interesting. But that's what makes this sport so dynamic. Everyone is starting from scratch in 2026, and the race will be on to see who gets it right. We plan to be at the front of that race. Meanwhile, Oscar Piastri reportedly in talks with Red Bull amid Yuki Tsunoda's rumored move to Aston Martin. Yes, the Formula One driver market is heating up as reports emerge of Oscar Piastri being linked to Red Bull Racing for a potential future move, while Yuki Tsunoda is rumored to be heading to Aston Martin. These developments could significantly reshape the grid dynamics in the coming seasons, with both drivers being key figures in their respective teams. According to Sky Germany commentator Sascha Roos, Red Bull has shown considerable interest in signing Oscar Piastri, particularly as speculation continues about Max Verstappen's long-term future in Formula One. Verstappen, who is under contract with Red Bull until the end of 2028, has dropped multiple hints in recent years that his time in the sport might not be indefinite. Roos believes that Red Bull views Piastri as a prime candidate to fill Verstappen's shoes should the Dutchman decide to step away. Speaking in a post-season column, Roos explained, "I believe that Red Bull would like to sign Oscar Piastri. There are of course good connections to his manager, the former Red Bull driver Mark Webber. And with Verstappen, you always have to expect him to say, 'Bye, thanks, that's it.'" Piastri, who recently extended his contract with McLaren until the end of 2026, has had a stellar start to his Formula One career. The Australian driver impressed in his rookie season in 2023 and played a crucial role in McLaren's resurgence in 2024, securing his first Grand Prix victories and helping the team clinch their first Constructors' Championship since 1998. Despite being tied to McLaren, reports from October suggest that Piastri's manager, Mark Webber, has been actively seeking discussions with Red Bull. Helmut Marko, Red Bull's motorsport advisor, previously confirmed that Webber has been in contact with the Milton Keynes-based team, intensifying speculation about Piastri's future. Meanwhile, Yuki Tsunoda's career trajectory appears to be aligning with Aston Martin, particularly in light of Honda's upcoming partnership with the Silverstone-based team starting in 2026. Rumours speculated that Tsunoda, who has been backed by Honda throughout his career, is a natural fit for Aston Martin as they transition to becoming Honda's factory team. I can see Yuki Tsunoda ending up at Aston Martin sooner or later. Tsunoda is supported by Honda, and they will be Aston Martin's engine supplier from 2026. Tsunoda, currently racing for AlphaTauri, has shown steady improvement over his Formula One career and remains a key talent under Red Bull's umbrella. However, with Red Bull's focus potentially shifting to younger prospects like Piastri, Tsunoda's opportunities within the Red Bull racing setup could become limited, making a move to Aston Martin a logical progression. Meanwhile, Liam Lawson faces a steep climb as he steps into the highly coveted, yet notoriously challenging, Red Bull Racing seat alongside Max Verstappen for the 2025 Formula One season. The Kiwi talent, who has impressed with his prior super substance, now has the daunting task of proving himself worthy of the seat in a team that has become infamous for its rapid turnover of Verstappen's teammates. Six-time F1 race winner Ralf Schumacher believes Lawson's time to shine will be brief. Speaking to the media, Schumacher warned that Lawson might have only half the season to demonstrate his potential. In Formula One, you don't have a lot of time. I think he will get half a season. And if he shows it then, he will have a good seat. This high-stakes ultimatum reflects the intense environment at Red Bull Racing, where previous teammates of Verstappen, such as Pierre Gasly, Alex Albon, and most recently Sergio Perez, have struggled to keep pace with the Dutchman. Perez, who endured a difficult 2024 campaign that saw him finish 8th in the championship standings, was released by the team despite his strong early performances in prior seasons. His departure opened the door for Lawson, who has been tasked by Red Bull team principal Christian Horner with supporting their bid to reclaim the Constructors' Championship after slipping to 3rd place in 2024. Lawson's challenge lies not just in performing well but in matching, or at least closely trailing Verstappen, who has solidified his position as the benchmark in Formula One. The Dutchman's dominance is not just a matter of raw speed. It's also his adaptability and confidence in aggressive machinery that set him apart. Lawson himself acknowledged the unique difficulty of being paired with Verstappen, stating to Sky F1, "I've driven the car over the last couple of years and done tests, and I can say the car is very aggressive and it takes a lot of confidence to drive it, honestly. And I think that's where Max is obviously extremely confident as a driver. But the main thing is just he's the best in the world right now, so to go up against the best guy is always going to be very, very tough."